Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Lady Mina and we have this week's weekly event video. Um, they have included a brand new permanent event that we're going to cover first. It's called Duel of Honor. We're covering it first because I can't actually access it. It shows up in the cross server assembly, so if your server is brand new, then you will not see this. So you have to be in you have to have a server old enough to be in cross-server battles. This is the same place you go for Royal Assembly. See, Royal Assembly is right here. I can access that just fine, but I can't open up Duel of Honor. Duel of Honor has a new lifetime suit. I'm taking that term from Love Nikki, who also has lifetime suits. Lifetime suits refer to suits that take a very long time to grind for resources and to get. So other lifetime suits that we have are going to be here in the store. They're going to be over in the activity store. I would say that the fashion contest is another lifetime suit because it's a weekly event that doesn't give you a lot of points, so that's one of them. Duel is another one. I would also say date night counts as a lifetime suit. Battle would also count as a lifetime suit. There's no suits in treasure. And the costume duo show also counts as a lifetime suit. We have a number of them and they're always fun to have because you don't have to stress about it. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get it. It's guaranteed. As long as you go play the event, every time it pops up, you're guaranteed that suit. And I think that's wonderful. Plus, they do have really nice things in these shops for after you complete the suit. For example, the costume shop has Lon Ling shards. It also has the Kid Healer shards. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. I just am not. So, these are useful. These are very useful. So what's in the new activity store? So we now have Duel for the Duel of Honor. This suit is called something fungus. Let's go find her. Let's go find her and discuss her. But we should, and then we'll come back to the suit. I think it's called Fungus Inquiry, which is a strange name, and her poem is a little off too. Yes, it is called Fungus Inquiry. She is our new lifetime suit. Let's take a look at her story, her poem, and her tags. So she is Taoist at 13k, fully 13k. That puts her on par with the other lifetime suits. They tend to be just a little bit stronger than, I'm sorry, they're a little bit weaker than the VIP suits, but they are a little bit, no, because VIP suits are typically about 12k, so they're a little stronger than the majority of VIP suits, unless we count the 16k $100 suits, which we don't have a 16k Taoist suit, although we do have a number of VIP suits, and I think some of them might even be in Taoist. So she's Taoist at 13k, she is mature at 6.5, she is fairy at 4k, she is elegant, simple and womanly at 2k. Her tagline says, as she can't find any trace in the mountain, she turns to a fungus fairy. Maybe that will help her poem make sense, because I'll be honest, as I was transcribing this one, all three suit poems this week are a struggle. I did feel like I was having a stroke, and if you are in the Discord, you saw me freaking out about this last night, because they're not great. But I'll read them anyway, and maybe we'll get a kick out of it. Who knows? So, Spring Stream. Emerald Yowgrass, how vivid its hue, spring arrives at Wuling Creek anew. I wish to tread through flowers, seeking paths unseen. Straight into the depths of white clouds with a majestic sheen. Sitting on jade stones, leaning on jade pillows fair, strumming golden strings with delicate care. Glory shines and dazzles, radiant like a deity. Where do exiled immortals dwell? No one accompanies me. Who planted red lotuses amidst flames so dire? Each blossom a fungus, floating higher and higher. Okay, so actually this one did have the poem that made the most sense, but I read the other two first and was more than a little burnt out by the time I got to this one. I will say, I don't know what's with the floating fungus line. I'm not sure what's up with that one. This one actually is translated quite well, so I take it back. This one's fine. The other two are a struggle though. Um, her background piece though, we can see most of it with her suit on. She does have these wonderful mushrooms, a whole mountain range in the back, the setting sun, and then this handheld piece. Some people have already gotten the dress, so it is possible to get it immediately with the rewards that you get, and I do understand there's something like 2,000 gold to be gained through achievements in this new event. However, I can't prove any of that because I can't access it. So we will cross that bridge later. I'll have another video out on the new Lifetime suit and Duel of Honor, which is a great name. Does make people think of Word of Honor though, which is a fantastic C-drama. I do recommend. So that is that. Let's run through her shop real fast to see what goodies lie therein. So if we scroll down underneath the suit, we have Elite Paper, Special Writs, Common Writs, 5-star Debris, Jade Debris, Fate Stones, Spirit Fruit, and Scrolls. Now, these Fate Stones are a game changer. For those of you who are not past Purple Star servants, here is a shock. Let's take a look at Lonling, and to evolve him, I need 4 copies of Lonling and 2 of these guys, which is not bad. 2 fodder and 4 copies is not bad. This is what's bad. I need 20 Fate Stones to evolve him. To evolve Kai Wenji, I need 10 Divine Stones. Divine Stones can be created over here in your bag if you go into Special and you go to Combine. You can go to Item Combination from the combination screen, and you can see here that I need 10 Fate Stones to make 1 Divine Stone, which means that in order to evolve her, I need 100 Fate Stones. Currently, you can get a maximum of 2 a week from the guild battle, as well as potentially a third if you rank very high in the Royal Assembly from that guild battle shop, but you can also get a baggie if you rank in the top 3 for Royal Assembly that has a chance of having another Divine Stone in it. So this bag right here has a chance of having Divine Stones and Fate Stones in it. That is the struggle when you get up high enough, and it is the only thing that's holding me back from evolving Li Bai. I have absolutely everything for him except for these 10 Divine Stones. So having Divine Stones in the game as a weekly item that I can just buy is going to change the game. All of the people who are very powerful are about to get even stronger. And that's how this game works. The strong get stronger and the weak get stronger. Everybody gets stronger, right? If you have time to grind, if you have time to fight, if you have a little bit of money to throw at the game, always helpful, but not entirely necessary. This does make the game a lot easier and a lot more fun. So I'm super excited after I filed my bug report to be able to get in here and finally finish Lonling and have everybody be on Divine Stones. So that is Duel of Honor. Now, I haven't covered what Duel of Honor actually is because I can't show it to you. It's a PK arena, just like Palace Fight, almost exactly the same as Palace Fight and Concubine War. The format of it is different, it looks different, but the strategy of it is exactly the same. Every day you get 10 free chances for fights, and what you do is you challenge another player, and then if you win, you take her place, and if you lose, nothing happens. You lose. So that's how it works, just like here, where if I... Actually, it's more like Concubine War, right? So let's see, I'm in 4th place, so if I challenge her and I lose, I don't go up. I can't actually, I can't defeat any of the people in top 3 right now, so I can't go up, but that's the strategy of it. And if I fight somebody lower than me and I lose, nothing happens, and if I fight somebody lower than me and I win, she goes down 1 spot. So that is how it works. We're just gonna reset them. I don't feel like being a jerk and messing up the lower level people, but that's how it works. It's just that. It's a PK arena, it's player on player combat, and if you are in the top 3, you get really great prizes, and if you're in the top 10, you get good prizes, and if you're in, you get great prizes in the top 10. If you're in the top 20, you get good prizes, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the week, it resets and you get a really big prize for wherever you finished. And then, so you get daily prizes and you get weekly prizes, and then it resets every week. So it's a new permanent PK arena, and it's just going to change out to whoever you are fighting in cross battle. And then you will get more and more prizes, so you can complete Fungus Inquiry and get those Fate Stones and anything else you need from that shop. Now, what else do we have this week? Well, we have a VIP suit. She is, I believe, $50, but let's double check that. She's here for 7 days, and she is $32.80. So if we come over here, $32.80 is $50. And her name is Fairy Painting. Ooh, she's glowing. I actually haven't had a chance to take a good look at this suit, but she is very pretty. I love her muted color scheme, and the red. In the West, we probably would not pair light blue with red. Red we tend to pair only with black or white. But things are different here, and I love that. I like the way they use red. And they pair it with a lot of other colors that we might say would clash, but somehow it always works. It's just fascinating, the different choices people make fashionably. Fashionably? So, Tree's fragrance, where deer nurture their fawns, brings such beauty. So she is classical at 12k, she is mysterious at 6k, fairy-like at 4k, and then decent, dignified, and elegant at 2k. Let's take a look at her story. Gazing upon the meandering stream, where water hides the lotus in its dream. My robes, with hues of misty dawn adorned, do not disturb the blossoms earthward born. Though feel the lotus garb's initial warm, reluctant to bear the smoke's charming charm. This is the one that's going downhill, folks. Trees cast their shadows red and green, smoke's density alters autumn's serene. Autumn's serene what? Distant clouds stand, their peaks high, white clouds drift, painting the sky. Yet gifts only a few plum blossoms there lie in this world where lightness reigns supreme, comma, nothing afterwards. Enjoying the incense, matured and fine, no need to travel, in heavens we dine. Old caves hold secrets, grass overgrown, ancient inscriptions, their meanings flown. Some of them are translated so good. Like the last two pieces are so good. You hear my hands doing this. So good, so good. And then, just what happened in the middle? What happened? What happened to it? I don't understand. Autumn serene, what? Just like they just don't end the sentences correctly. The punctuation's all over the place. It looks like it's halfway machine translated, halfway not. What happened, ROTQ? Is your good translator on vacation? You had to replace him with Google? I have questions. Moving on to the next suit. Well, actually, no. We're going to move on to the next VIP thing, right? Because there's a couple of them this week. If we cut into we have another 7-day gift. We go over these. We get these really common really often. I, as always, only buy them if I like them. And I don't know. I do like snow plums. And I like the way hubby looks in that chat box. In that avatar frame, I mean. I don't know. I've got to think about this one. I was originally going to say no. But looking at it now with eyes that aren't exhausted from work, I may change my mind. Let's see. 7-day gift comes with the chat box and the avatar item, and they are worth 1,100 gold. You get 4 tickets. They're worth 180 gold a piece, so 720 gold. You get 2 lotus at 450 a piece, so 900 gold, plus straight up 300 gold, bringing this to a 3,620 gold value. One of the best deals in the game for only $5. Let's move on to the next VIP event. If we scroll down, Hamster Treasury has made a comeback. Hamster Treasury is a fully VIP event. I do have an entire video on Hamster Treasury that I will link that goes over everything. I just want to go over what we have in the gold box this week and what we have in the silver box. The copper box always contains older chat boxes that we didn't get, older 7-day gifts. So if you want to spend in here, if I remember right, it's about $7 for a $5 chat box. So you can spend in here and collect any of these that you missed previously. And then there's the silver box, and inside of the silver box are mounts. So the mounts all come out for $30 a piece when they first drop, and I can't remember how much they cost when they come back. It's going to be in the hamster ball event video. But these 4 mounts are available in here for you to purchase if you choose to do so. And in the $100, in the golden box, we have the $100 posed suits, and there are more suits than the last time this event came around. We now have Rose Witch, the Halloween suit. We have Sweet Rabbit, last year's Easter suit. We have Rain Shower. She's a snake lady. Moon Rabbit. That one was last year's Lunar New Year. We have Dim Rainbow. She's the one who looks like a djinn. Magpie Bridge. She came with Lord Chu's Titties Out outfit that he always wears on my channel. Tiger Roar, that one is posed with a tiger, and Glory Rise is the yellow mermaid suit. So they came out originally for $100 a piece, and now that they are back in Hamster Ball, they will cost you somewhere between $90 and $130 depending on how lucky you are. So keep that in mind when purchasing from Hamster Treasury, and keep that in mind when event suits drop the first time. They do always come back more expensive. Okay, another repeating event. So we have Cubicle right here. I'm actually going to go over Cubicle so I can crop this out and post the video for it. Occurs to me that I never actually did that and that I was supposed to, so my bad. I do this for fun, not for profit, so I do let my real life take over instead of the channel sometimes. So let's quickly go over Cubicle. Cubicle is the event for the Guild Battle Library, so it's super useful because you get all of these buffs from completing these books. So you can take a look and see what I have. Most important in my mind is the extra effects. I love the 4% coin boost and the 4% EXP boost from doing my home boosts. That's very helpful at my stage of the game where I need millions of coins to progress. So as you can see, I've completed 5 books thus far. So I am on book 5, chapter 4, page 3. And I need 47,000 coins and 235 classics to continue. I also have 212 silk scrolls. So if we come over to Cubicle, Cubicle is a recurring event. Every day you get some cubicle pulls, some pokes, and some toys for the children's event. So we now have 3 of these recurring events that help us get stronger and help us with some of these infinitely expanding events. So you get brushes for Cubicle, you get sticks for Spirit Fruit Tree, and you get these pinwheel toys for the Happy Childhood event that we had once before. So every day you get 3 brushes, and every week from over here you get 9 brushes. So those just stay in your inventory until the event comes back around, and when it does, you start out with a certain amount of brushes for the event. I had about 80. So I have about 90 now because I purchased some from the store yesterday. So you can buy 5 so you can buy 5 brushes for 150 gold, or 15 every day for 450 gold. If you do so through the course of the event, you will get 105 total. You also get 7 free pokes over the course of the event. So over the entire event, you get about 112 additionally. So I started with something like 80, and then I get 112 to 192 over the course of the event. So if we come over to exchange, you can see, oh no, not exchange, we want tasks. So if you come into the task list here, you will get copies. Copies are the currency for Cubicle. They expire after Cubicle. Unlike the brushes, you can actually skip this event, purchase all of those brushes. You can purchase those additional 112 brushes and then just save them, which Eve on the Discord did do. She did save 500 brushes up over the course of the last couple of Cubicle events, hoping to unlock round 4 over here, which, if I understand her right, she did not unlock this round 4, but she did unlock round 4 of the shop for 500 brushes, so that's excellent. As you can see, there's spade stones in here for that, as well as yin yang piths and silk scrolls and coins boxes and all of that other stuff. So when you complete tasks, the tasks are only to do pulls. So with each number of pull that you do, you get more brushes. So for the 192 that you have for free over the course of the event, or with gold over the course of the event, you'll unlock 8 more pulls, which does bring you up to something like 200 pulls, and that's going to be about 1,000 copies to spend in the exchange shop. Every 200 copies that you spend will unlock another level of the exchange shop, and everything gets cheaper as the levels go on. So in level 1, silk scrolls are 300, in level 2 they're 285, in level 3 they're 270, and in level 4 they're 240. So that's something to keep in mind. I think honestly that the classics hold me back more than the silk scrolls at the moment because of the obscene amount of classics that I need to advance. So that's about all there is for Cubicle. It's just a recurring event that we get all the time now. And it helps you get stronger. So all you do is you hit transcribe task, and then you get this many cubicles. You also get some classics for every time you transcribe, EXP and coins. It's just those 4 things over and over again, and they do help you get stronger. Sometimes you'll skip out on one, but for 10 pulls you do get quite a lot of these things, and they'll help you get more powerful. As you can see, you also get pulls over here. So because I did 90 pulls, I get a whole bunch more pulls. And then there's also the received tasks, silk scrolls, and copies. So it's not exactly 90 more, but 9 more. But that is Cubicle. If you want to, you can skip Cubicle, collect all of the parts for it that you can, collect all the currency for it, and then just save up until you're able to get a lot of Cubicle pulls at once, because this event does pop up every couple of weeks. Otherwise, that's that. What else do we have? So, we have... I think we just have the event now. Okay, so here is the event suit. She is called Green Plantain, and I'm still not entirely convinced we don't have a Plantain suit already, but so that's misery. But let's come in to Flower Dew. So Green Plantain is a unique level suit, and when she was dropped her promos, some of us were wondering what her 8 pieces are, because looking at her, you can count her dress as 1, bag, shoes, hair, hat, earrings, background. That's 7 pieces. So we were wondering, what is the 8th piece out of all of that? Well, if we go into her exchange shop, we can find out the last piece is this cat that's separate from everybody else. So you can absolutely just have a cat to put next to any suit. So now that I have bought her, let's take a look. Where's she at? She's a special. And there's a cat here now. So if I go into my painting, she's just sitting there. Oh, the cat blinks. Delightful. I don't think my in real life cat has ever blinked that many times in a row, though. So that is that. I'm gonna take her off, change posture, put that back. So now we have a cat that just sits off screen, unfortunately. So that is Green Plantain. Let's take a look at her tagline and her suit parts and her tags. So she says, "Look, the green plant on the desk has grown up." I would agree. That is a lovely pine bonsai. She is modern at 10K, and I'm so grateful for more modern suits. I mean, I love the traditional suits, but a girl lives in the modern world. Sometimes she wants to wear a modern dress. elegant at 5K, daily at 3K, and then sexy, decent, and simple at about 2K. Let's take a look at her story and hope that I don't stroke out. A tree of tender blossoms vies in beauty, lightly brushing locks. I glimpse their splendid form, filling the garden with their fragrant stalks. Folk say dreams break easy, azure clouds disperse. Yet I see flowers in flight, the moon remains averse. Growth in varied posture, low and high, their scent unfurls in curl and sigh. Spring's breeze falls into slumber deep, stitched in every thread, every leap. Mossy green on cliffside's grass, leaves and stems embrace en masse. It's just the little things with the translations. I gotta say I'm disappointed because we were getting so good at having like translated suits and everything was going well and we had things in order the way they should be and it was great, and now it's rough again. So hopefully they fix their translations. I don't think they realize how important for the game experience good translations really are. I mean, they're focusing on making sure the rest of the game isn't super buggy, and I get that and I appreciate that, although I do wish I could access Duel of Honor. But the translations for a story-based game are very important, and there's parts of the game that still pop up in Chinese, and there's parts of the game that have severe translation issues, not just the story, but the I gave up on reading the pool makeup stories because they were so poorly translated that they made no sense at all. So it's just things like that. If you're going to put that in the game, I mean, at least put in the effort to make it understandable to your audience. Flower Dew, we've had this kind of event multiple times. It's just a water sorting event. You can purchase some power-ups to help you out. So tips: in the Flower Dew, consume 1 to automatically transfer dew. So yeah, that'll transfer the top one over to the next bottle. I don't really use that one very often. Refresh will switch the order of the dews in the bottle, but it isn't always helpful to do that because it's randomly. So for example, I may want the green one to be on top over here, and if I hit transfer, if I hit refresh, it's possible the green one would come to the top, but it's also possible that both greens would be at the bottom, and then I would have wasted my gold. More bottles is the one that I use the most if I have to use one at all. It is 80 gold and it is oh goodness. It is 80 gold and it is expensive, but it is it gives you another bottle. So sometimes you just do have to do that. There's also refresh up here at the top, which is just start over. So do I want to start over? Yes. There's also pattern for the colorblind. That should help for anybody who's struggling to see the colors, is to hit pattern. I don't like it. I think it's too busy. It actually makes it worse for me, but it's there for people who need it. There is also the speed button over here on the right. For the love of God, put it to speed 3 because it's so slow if it's not. The event is pretty easy. I just go through and I do the 20 moves and then I move on. Sometimes I'll play through them, but otherwise I won't. There are completion prizes for getting some of the levels, but it's all flowers. So that's useful if you're going for charm ranking board, but not for anything else. Okay, so tips for this one. I like to look at all of the layers of the colors in order. So I have 3 reds, so obviously I'm going to start with red. Then the next layer down has 3 greens, actually 4 greens because those 2 are accessible. So then that would be my next layer. And then after that, I would move all of the turquoise, and then I would combine all of the lime greens. So it's easier to do that when the levels are smaller, but as you continue on, it gets harder and harder because there's more and more colors to use and somehow less bottles. But it's fun if you like puzzles and if you like water sorting games. As always, there are task prizes, so from the tasks we will get. And unfortunately, it is a rotating task screen, so I think that I've probably got about 300 to 400 energy from 300 to 400 of this currency over here is from the tasks because it updates. But we get 70 free over the course of the event. We got 100 to start, and I think we'll probably get a lot more from the task list that I can't get to because it just refreshes a lot. So I think the cost of the suit is going to be our classic 5,000 for a unique level suit. If we come over to exchange, we can see that as well as the exchange shop, and I have posted the cost of everything to the exchange shop Excel sheet that I have that will tell you how much each item in the exchange shop costs for gold. We also have the usual completion prizes at the bottom, and this week for the ranking board there is individual and talents with different awards for each one. So the talent award will give you some painting pulls and painting supplies, and the individual awards will give you the temporary titles and the gold tickets, which I usually end up ranking decently in individual ranking because I spend so much gold buying PK paper in these, so I tend to get at least a few of these gold tickets. I tend to rank somewhere in the top 20. So that is, I think, everything for this week's event, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye bye. Please remember to like and subscribe.